YouTube. So in this video today, we're getting close to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and what I want to do, I reckon in the next month or so, now this video hopefully could speed it up a bit, that's sort of the plan, but we're getting close to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and at some point from now until we do it, I'm going to put out another video basically doing another giveaway. So I'm going to put a prize up myself. Now all of this isn't like a preachy woe is me, but I'll put the price up myself, I'll cover the cost of postage myself. That's fine, don't mind doing it. I am thinking of just keeping it to like the UK area only, because last time it was a bit of a faff to get it over there, but that was my fault for, you know, putting myself in that situation. And odds on, you know, I was thinking, oh well, but it did it. I don't mind doing it at all, but as I said, I'm going to think of a good price. I'm going to put one up myself, and then probably in the next month or so I'm going to do a giveaway. Let me know how you would like, so whether you want to do another Q&A thing. Now I think when I did that, I think it took me ages to actually reply to it, so that was a bit pointless. I think I'll probably just do, I don't know, I'll have a think about it, but it gives me time as well to try and, you know, sort out the prize and get that all sorted, see what I can rustle up from here, there and everywhere. And also in this video I want to talk about YouTube as well, and the effect it's had on me and my business, and also why I do YouTube, and also tips hopefully for starting out. So may as well talk about it, because it's why did I start doing YouTube? I did it with it was 50-50. It was an outlet for me in terms of, if I've got a problem, I can get help, and sort of, and even just by talking it out over the phone like this helps. And then the other side as well is hopefully, and this come later on, where hopefully it will help people in their business. Now I'm not an expert, and I always paraphrase that in every video. I can only talk about what works for me. Now I'm 100% confident in doing that, because I always think to myself, and I'm not being self-depreciating here, I'm just an average bloke, you know, I've got no qualifications in business, you know, it's not like I've had a leg up in a game with the business as well. Everything I've bought for my business has been through me, through my own graft, and I'm not the most motivated of people at times, but I can, you know, narrow in and get it done when I need to. Also physically, you know, I carry a bit of weight, and obviously when the health problems with like the bowel and, you know, the colostomy bag and all that, when that come in, I included that basically to show you that there is ups and downs in business. There's good days, there's bad days, and I try and both show both sides. There's been plenty of videos that I've put up where it's, you know, if I drop a bollock, I'll say it. You know, this isn't a channel where I've never wanted this channel to be, you know, look at me, praise me sort of thing. I've never wanted this channel to be, you know, everything's amazing in the world of SGM. I've always wanted this to be a channel showing the average runnings of a business. Now I know some of the stuff that I do, it's out of the bounds of an average garden business, so most gardeners won't do the exterior cleaning, they won't do the house clearances. But I started off just doing the gardening, I started off just doing the lawns and the hedges and all that, and it's grown into this now where actually there's been reasons for doing other things, and that's been, you know, reason why, you know, this is why I've done this, this is why I've done that, and I've tried to show that along the way. And I always try and give as much information as I can. For me, there's no secrets in my business. The only thing I don't tend to talk about is money or pricing, because although them videos do well, and there's no denying it, those videos tend to do very well. People are interested in seeing what other gardeners earn. You know, if you PM me and say, Luke, how much do you earn, or how much do you think, you know, a gardener should earn on year 4, I'll tell you. But I don't think it's, you know, wise putting it online, because, you know, what could be good for me could be, you know, people, it could send them down the wrong way. And I've done videos again mentioning about money. Same with pricing. I have done a video, or I'm going to do a video about pricing, not with the I charge this much, but it's an open forum where people can sort of say, well, I'd be at this, I'd be at that, all with the idea, because I do think in my head certain lawns are only worth, there's like a maximum amount, if you get what I mean. Now obviously a London gardener will be a lot more than say a gardener in a poorer area, but I think overall, you know, hopefully that video should spark that sort of conversation that I wanted. So yeah, that's the reason why I do YouTube. As I said, it's to show the runnings of an average gardening business. And I also, content wise, so if you're thinking about doing YouTube, so I've been doing YouTube now, I think it's about 2 years. Don't quote me on that. It doesn't feel, I think it's more than a year, but I don't know if it's full 2 years. I think it was this, yeah, I think it's this May, I think it's 2 years. And what have I learned in that time, and what advice can I give you? I think work towards your skill set and do so. If you're not good at, if you're not good at editing, you're not good at thumbnails, then just put out what you can do. So for me, I'm still not good at editing, I'm still not good at thumbnails, but I like to think there's been an upward growth in them, as in they look better. When I first started, I just put my logo and a title. And the titles as well, I'm not very good with titles because I don't want to be clickbaity. I could be, and if this is the thing, if you want to do well on YouTube, clickbaity title and a picture, because people want to be grabbed first by the picture and the title. So clickbaity title, and I'm not using that in a negative context neither, but a clickbaity title. Get a picture of your face on there because YouTube picks up on that. I don't know why. And then, you want a picture that roughly explains the video. So, catastrophic first cut, whatever. Picture of you with your hands in your, your hands in your head and all that. And then a picture of a destroyed loin, or, something where people can work it out, and then they're engaged. They want to work out how you got to that. That's my advice on YouTube. I don't tend not to do that, if I'm being honest with you, because I think as well, I'd rather grow an audience over time that actually wants to watch you, opposed to trying to snare them in quickly. Quite early on in YouTube for me, I did a video, and it's my most popular video. And friends of mine who ask about YouTube and they say I do it, and they always say, what's your most popular video? Unfortunately, and I do think it's an unfortunate thing, it was the video of me opening a bottle of weed killer. And for shits and giggles, when I next open a bottle of weed killer, I'm going to do the exact same thing and see what it does. But in like literally the first day, it went up to like 150,000 views, something like that, 140. And then it stopped, literally stopped dead. And the subscriber count way up. I think I went from like 50 subscribers to like 150, which obviously for me at the time, it was like crazy. For like 20, like, so I put it up and I was gardening, and I kept looking at my phone, and I thought something had gone wrong because it went up to like 100,000 views. Like, I was like, in like, an hour, like, and then I looked at the subscriber count, but over time, all those subscribers just dropped straight off. The comments on the video were just like, nonsensical. There was no sort of, people didn't want to be there. They wanted to see more videos like that, or it just caught him and he just subbed, or he liked it, whatever. And also it was, so on your channel statistics, that's the worst performing video. It isn't, because it's just got so many views and so many likes, but that sort of bollocksed up the average like for the channel because it was such a huge video. And the videos that I do since then don't get anywhere near that, as in like not even a percent. That got 150,000, 140, 50,000 views. My videos get like between 200 to 500. So that really skewed the statistics for ages. And it's finally sorted itself out. But, it's part of the story, so I don't really mind it at all. So that was one thing that happened with YouTube. As I said, so work towards your skill set. If you're not good at editing, you're not good at thumbnails, well, work with what you've got. Piss with the cock you're given, basically. And it's the same with content. And I think this is the same whether you want to be a YouTube exercise instructor, a YouTube woodworker. Do what you are happy with and work with what you're happy with. There's so many YouTube channels that start up and they'll put out 5 videos and they'll just give up because it could be other reasons, or it could be that they're not infused by the content they're doing. They don't want to physically deal with what they're doing. So for me, I said from the very get-go, I don't mind using, the B-roll of me mowing a lawn. I'll include that as a snippet. I've used B-roll of me, doing windows, but I'm not interested in the 20 minutes videos of me mowing lawns or me pruning bushes and, or technical videos. Again, it's very opinion orientated. It's good because it gets engagement. You could go and butcher a hedge and do a good video off that because it will get the engagement. Okay, it'll be all hate comments and you've done this wrong, but fundamentally YouTube will push that content for you because it gets the engagement. And I don't want that, if I'm being honest with you. I'm happy with my knowledge base in what I do, but again, I don't want to be filming, the how to do the videos. It's not something that I'm not interested by it. For me, I like more of the story sort of talking videos, knowledge-based, knowledge in air quotes. And that's the thing. Or maybe I just like giving my opinion. That's actually what it probably is, even though I don't think it is that. I think it's just I like giving my opinion, and that's it, because that's all I can do. If I read out of a book, then I can stand by that and I can blame the expert if it's wrong, and I can quote it as an expert, but I can only really give my experiences. So if you are thinking of starting YouTube, do what you enjoy. If you just want to do a channel where you get a GoPro on your mower and you get another camera, and you set one camera up and another one, so you got 2 shots of you mowing, and you want to just put some music over it, and you just want to do that, that you will get views. There'll be an audience out there that just want to chill out and watch someone mow a lawn to some music, and you'll grow a channel just by doing that. The same as if you want to just get a GoPro and strap it to your head and just do the downward shots, your eyes view of cutting hedges. There's no editing involved. You can just click it on, and then same with the lawn, just click it on, just do your stuff, and then drag that straight, upload it straight from your photo video, your photo library, and you can do it, and there's nothing stopping you. So I think YouTube's good. I've seen a lot of channels that have sprung up, and I feel bad because people subscribe and they do YouTube as well, but I don't tend to watch many videos on YouTube because I only watch things that tickle me pickle. So for me, I don't really like watching other gardeners do gardening work. I know it sounds thingy, because I do gardening all day, you know what I mean? It's like a busman's holiday for me. But I don't mind if YouTubers do. I like watching the van talks. I like watching that. I see a lot of gardeners doing van talks and giving their advice. And me and Reese, we meet up quite often. And the thing is, he will talk about something on his video, and I will be like, that won't work for me. And we've had this conversation no end of times where we'll talk, and I say to him, well, look, that works for you, and it won't work for me. And that's it. Everyone's got an opinion. And Reese isn't wrong for having that opinion, and Sam isn't wrong for having that opinion. And that's it. We're just here to give out an opinion. This works for me, that doesn't work for me. Should you start an exterior cleat? Probably not. Should you loop for house cleat? Probably not. Should you knuckle down on your gut? Probably. Who knows? You just don't know. But for me, the channel's all been about, basically, you can see it however you want and look at it how you want. But I've always wanted it to be of, this is me, running my YouTube channel as a self-employed gardener, the ups and downs on it. I've always tried to show the ups and downs. I don't want it to be all rosy. And that's it. And maybe in a way it's a distraction where you can see how I do it and, get into my world and my way of thinking for 20 minutes listening to me ramble on. So that's it. There'll be a giveaway coming up. Not sure how I'm going to do it, as I said. Let me know if there's anything interesting, or there's another way of doing it. Let me know. And as I said, 1,000 subscribers. Again, this isn't me pushing for, now this is another thing with YouTube and money. So I forgot to mention this, I'll mention this now. So YouTube and money, from what I can gather, it's not financially viable for any gardener to do YouTube. It's just, unless you get a mega, unless you got like 100, I think there's going to be a point where there's going to be a certain amount of subscribers you hit, and then it's financially viable. But in general, I reckon the majority of UK gardeners who are at, whether it's 1,000 subs, 10,000, they will probably all agree that how much time it takes to do a video and edit it and manage the channel, and if you added everything up from comments to emails to doing this and that, it won't be the equivalent to the gardening. So don't think it's a quick way of making money. As I said, it took me nearly 2 years to get to just under 1,000 subscribers. For me as well, I like goals, and this is why I'm pushing this goal, because YouTube give you goals. For me, I just wanted to get 100 subscribers when I first started, and then when I got 100, I was like, bloody hell, because I'm picturing 100 people in a room. And then a bit further down the line, you've always got the view hours, so you need to get 4,000 view hours and then 1,000 subscribers. So again, I pushed the business. I pushed the channel. Well, I didn't push the channel. I think it's grown organically, basically. But again, I pushed, did what I can, and you saw the views creep up. And if you put work in, you get results. So I noticed once I changed the thumbnails and tried to do a bit of a different content, that helped it as well. So you can see a growth, it's going the right direction. So I hit the 4,000 watch hours a bit back, and that take ages. Like, to get it up, it takes ages. Sometimes it would drop. Sometimes with YouTube, you've got to be consistent. I think honestly, if you upload consistently, whether it's good or bad, that's going to do your channel better than if you put like an amazing video, leave it 5 months, put another amazing video. And that's another thing as well. I've done videos and stuff where I thought it would do better than it has, and it hasn't. You could spend months and months editing and getting all the footage, and it might not perform. So again, don't be as I said, opening a bottle of weed killer is my best video. That's the highest, thing. I think the next video, which isn't a YouTube short, is the power washing video, where I did that before and after. And to be fair, I knew that would do well, and I did put a lot of effort into that. So I was very happy when it did. And it just went, I think it got to 4,000. That's the best for me. I was over the moon with that. I couldn't believe it, even now when I look at it. But that was, again, the most editing I did, the most sort of video I did, capturing video. And it is hard and it is time consuming. So for me doing that video, I think it added about 45 minutes to the job, probably an hour if I remember right, and then the editing. And, that's just one video to get you to that 1,000 sub mark, or that 4,000 watch hour. As I said, we're not there yet. So again, when I do get monetized, you're probably going to get about 10p a payday off this channel. But that's not the thing for me. It's not the money. The bonus to being subscribed is that to monetization, is YouTube have got more of an incentive to push your video. So hopefully that will help the channel grow. Am I planning on retiring off? No, there's no, it's a cat and mouse chance. Look at the other gardeners that have been doing it for, unless you get mega lucky and you get mega, I'm not saying it's unattainable, and I'm not saying that at all. But I think YouTube, it's nice for me and my sort of personality and how I like to do things. Another thing that comes, so I set the goals for me is I'd like to get monetized. I'd like to have a quote viral video, and I'm classing that as, I know the official classification for a viral video is 1 million views, but I'm classing the weed killer one as thingy. And I got a product deal. I got a company reached out and said, would you put this, do a video on this, and we'll send it. And that was that bloody sake of crappy chainsaw. And I learned a lot from that. And that was it. There was no money passed hand at all. But I've ticked the things off that I want to. For me now, it is just about getting the channel to where, you know, hopefully it can be as best as it can. So that's all I've got about YouTube. That's my 2-year sort of thing. There's been no real downs. There's been, you know, to me, it's a nice little outlet that I can do, and I can do a little bit here and there. For me, I like plodding along doing the talking videos. I've got a couple of videos where there's more editing. One thing I want to be doing is, I want to do my monthly wrap-ups, but I'm going to do them different. I'm going to do it where, instead of just me talking about what's happening in a month, I'm taking pictures of work, whether it's before and after, or interesting things, or little funny things. Like today, the horse mug's back. It wasn't there last time, it's back now. So yeah, doing like these little things, just, you know, just to sort of see how it goes. But yeah, have a good day, guys. Whatever you want to do it. If you want to do a channel, go for it. You only here once. Ta-ra now, guys.